Hey guys, what is up? I am going to be talking to you about how to set up your own website. This is going to be part of a presentation that I am going to do at a meetup on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, without further ado, let me get straight into it. So, let's talk about setting your website. So, when we're going to set our website, we have a multiple of different options out there, to the point it can be a bit inducing when you actually want to set up your website because you have so many things coming from so many different directions. Should you use HTML, CSS, JavaScript? Should you use WordPress? Should you use Wix? Where do we build the website? What kind of tutorials do we want to use to build it? But right now, I'm just going to try to take you through everything as simply as I can, just the main building blocks and the main steps of creating a website. So the first thing we're going to need is a domain. Okay, so what is a domain? When we build a website, sorry, I'm supposed to minimize that. When we build a website, the first thing the user is going to have to do is they're going to have to type in something like google.com, right? If I can ever spell it correctly. So they're going to have to type in google.com. This is what the domain is. So the domain is the website's address. What this has is the IP address, and it tells us the computer it's going to go into. Where we can buy domains, you can actually just type in Google buy domains, domain names. Let's just go straight into it. And then let's say, for example, if I wanted to buy my name, which was It's More Tati, we can search, and here we go. We can buy itsmortati.com. We could buy itsmortati.org. Essentially, these names are available. We can have them for up to 3 years, a year, and yeah. And then, but what if we wanted to do Google? So if we try to do Google, it will tell us that google.com and any variations of Google is unavailable. There are some things you can try. So this domain google.com is taken. So we would have to try to contact the person who owns the domain in order to get it back. So that is what a domain is. It's basically the website's address. Now, once you have the domain, that doesn't necessarily mean your website is ready to go, it's up and running. The next thing we need to look at is hosting and what kind of hosting plan we would want. So what is hosting? So essentially, I'm gonna have to explain to you how computers just quickly, how the internet works and how computers work. So you have your computer, right? And like we had the example with Google, essentially my computer, when I type in the domain and I press enter, in that split second, what is happening? It is going to a computer somewhere else in the world. So it's grabbing the IP address that the domain is known for. It is grabbing the IP address. It is going to that computer owned by Google, and it's asking, hey, computer owned by Google, can I have the index.html file for sorry, can I have the index.html file for the website google.com? And then what happens afterwards, the computer will be like, okay, sure. And then it will send you the website, and then you have the website and you can use it. Okay? So at all times, there needs to be a computer that is running 24/7 to meet those requests. So every time I request for the website, there is a computer running to give me that request. This computer and its hosting, it's the same computer that will do requests for logins, it will do requests for authentications, so on and so forth. This will be the computer we use to host. Now, you can set this computer up by yourself, right? You could have your own data center. You could host a computer from your house, right? I could use this computer that you see right now to host my website. We do not do this because, hey, I can't guarantee my computer is going to be on 24/7. There could be something going wrong. There could be a power outage. I could have to update, reset my PC. My PC could have a bug. It could have viruses. It's usually not a safe option to do your own hosting. So we tend to use something that's called hosting providers. There are several different hosting providers out there. There's Bluehost, SiteGround, HostGator, even GoDaddy also does hosting. So whatever hosting provider you want to work with, depending on price, depending on special perks you have. For example, GoDaddy has 24-hour access, which is a bit excessive, but yeah. Whatever hosting provider you have, it can really help out with your website. And then the final thing we're going to talk about when it comes to creating a website, remember this is a part of my talk that I'm going to do, is the actual creation of the folder. So what is a website? A website is essentially a folder that lives on your computer. So I'm going to quickly go to my projects folder and I'll show you. So for example, we can have a look at itamartati.com, which doesn't exist yet. And then this is what the website is. You will typically have the index.html file, which this is what it is. It's index.html. And then the rest of my files. I have a scripting file. I have a style sheets file. I have a server file. Okay. This is what your website is. It is files on a computer, and you can and when we boggled everything down, when we talk about HTML, CSS, Wix, WordPress, React, all these words you may or may not know, right? When we boggle all of that down, it all converts into a index.html file, then references a bunch of other files to be used. Okay, so that is how we set up our website. First, we buy our domain name, then we set up our hosting, and then we create the files for the actual website. This does not necessarily mean we're going to start making money from our website. Okay, we need to also know the business that we're doing and get our users to use our website in a way that will make us money. We need to attract our users. We need to do some marketing. We need to make sure our website ranks on the front page of Google. And also, when our users are on our website, we need to have clear call to actions so our users can sit down and actually buy our products or engage with our services, sign up to our membership. But that is my video for now. I hope you enjoyed it. If you need any help setting up a website, please feel free to reach out. I know it can be quite confusing, but I am here to help and, very importantly, guide you on the right path. Do not worry so much that you see on the internet there's so many different ways to make a website. Like the famous samurai Miyamoto Musashi once said, there are several different paths to the top of the mountain, and over time, as people have been creating websites, we have found different ways to create websites and different ways to optimize it. Thank you very much for sticking to the end of this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to push out more content like this to help you make money off of your website. Enjoy the rest of your day.